Get the tranquilizer prepared immediately. She's behaving unusually." The urgent message echoed through the primate section as Sarah Mitchell, the head animal keeper at Woodland Park Zoo, observed Maya, their eldest female gorilla, moving toward the observation glass with strange purpose. What occurred next would transform everything they believed they understood about these gentle creatures. The morning began normally. Sarah had been caring for the gorilla group for 7 years, but recently something felt wrong with Maya. The usually calm 30-year-old Western lowland gorilla had grown increasingly anxious, constantly holding her 4-month-old infant, Nova, and walking back and forth near the visitor area. "She's refusing food again," Tom Rodriguez, Sarah's helper, noted while checking the daily logs. "That makes 3 consecutive days." Sarah felt worried. During her 15 years caring for primates, she'd never witnessed such actions. Maya had successfully raised 4 previous babies. But with Nova, everything was unusual. The mother gorilla would stare at her infant for hours, producing quiet whimpering sounds the staff had never noticed previously. Dr. James Foster, the zoo's animal doctor, had checked both mother and infant, finding no health issues. "Simply monitor them closely," he advised. "Occasionally, mothers become overly concerned, including experienced ones." But Sarah recognized this exceeded simple concern. Maya was among their most dependable gorillas. Everything reached a crisis on a calm Tuesday morning. Within the small crowd stood Margaret Lopez, a former nurse who visited nearly daily. The workers called her gorilla grandmother. Margaret remained at her regular position, observing Maya anxiously. "There's something troubling her today, Sarah. Notice how she's carrying the infant." Sarah approached nearer, experiencing fear. The mother gorilla was advancing deliberately, carrying Nova unusually. Rather than holding the infant against her body, she was extending her slightly, seemingly like, "Oh dear," Sarah murmured, seizing her walkie-talkie. "Bring Dr. Foster here immediately." Maya approached directly to the window, her gaze locked on Margaret. What Sarah noticed in Maya's eyes wasn't rage, it was hopelessness. Maya placed one big palm on the window right before Margaret. Next, in an action that would eventually appear on news broadcasts globally, she raised her infant to the window and performed a movement that shocked everyone watching. She attempted to give Nova to Margaret. "Everyone stay still," Sarah commanded, her tone shaking. Maya produced a gentle grunting sound, pressing Nova against the window. She was attempting to give her infant to a person. Dr. Foster came just when Maya started producing troubled noises. "We must enter immediately. Something's terribly amiss." But before anyone could respond, Maya abruptly drew Nova away and rushed to the enclosure's corner, crouching down and producing anguished whimpering noises. "Everyone leave the area," Sarah commanded. While security led guests away, Margaret remained motionless, weeping. "She's suffering," the former nurse stated softly. "I recognize that expression. She's attempting to communicate with us." A thorough health examination uncovered the reality. Maya had grown a rapidly expanding growth that her dense coat and powerful build had concealed during previous checkups. Her maternal feelings had pushed her to attempt something unimaginable, offering her infant to people she'd observed helping other creatures. This finding triggered a sequence of incidents that would test everything the zoo workers believed they understood about gorilla awareness, and expose a sinister aspect of the zoo's management. While Sarah observed the veterinary staff getting Maya ready for sedation, she didn't realize this was merely the start. The actual tale of deception, hidden truths, and surprising heroes was beginning to emerge. "Bring me the documentation for all our veterinary supplies from the last year," Sarah instructed Tom. Becoming doubtful, "the pieces don't fit together." Sarah's fingers trembled while she arranged the veterinary supply documentation on her table. 3 months of information revealed a disturbing trend. Someone had been altering the records of animal medications. "This doesn't seem correct," Tom stated. "Based on these documents, we've been consuming double the usual quantity of tranquilizers, yet only half our regular painkillers." Dr. Foster appeared at the entrance, appearing serious. Maya's lab results returned. "The findings are puzzling. What's wrong?" "Her body contains evidence of test chemicals that damage the immune response, substances we don't even store here. Someone's been administering unauthorized treatments to her. That explains her odd actions and the growth's rapid development. Someone's been damaging her immune response." "But who could do this, and what's their motive?" Tom murmured. Sarah got a message from Victor Blackwood, the zoo's recent research supervisor. "Emergency conference, Gorilla Study Initiative. He needs us at the research facility immediately." Sarah glanced at Dr. Foster. "Did you inform him about Maya's lab results?" The veterinarian denied it. "I came directly to you." Sarah activated her phone's audio recording. "There's definitely something suspicious happening. Tom, duplicate these documents. Dr. Foster, keep everyone away from Maya until we return." Victor Blackwood was waiting in the research facility wearing a grin that seemed fake. "Sarah, thanks for arriving. I heard about the dramatic incident with Maya earlier. I've already discussed with management about transferring her to another location for specialized treatment." "Transfer her?" Sarah's tone increased. "She requires urgent veterinary attention." "Indeed, the growth." Blackwood cut in. "Regrettable situation, which qualifies her perfectly for our study initiative." Everything became clear. Sarah recalled funding documents regarding enhanced development research in primates. "You've been testing on her," Sarah declared, trembling with fury. "That explains the immune-damaging chemicals in her body." Blackwood's grin vanished. "You failed to see the larger vision. If we could enhance primate development, increase their mental capacity, the opportunities are limitless." "That's against the law," Tom interjected. "And you're destroying her." "Revolutionary discoveries require risks," Blackwood responded harshly. "I have duplicates of all authorization papers for animal research, and none describe test medications." Blackwood's expression tightened. "Management authorized the relocation. Maya departs in the morning." "Absolutely not," Sarah declared, removing her phone. "I've recorded your entire statement. Additionally, I have duplicates of the falsified documentation. In the confrontation that ensued, a file dropped, scattering photographs everywhere, many depicting other gorillas from various zoos, each showing comparable growths." "You've been conducting this at multiple facilities," Sarah murmured in shock. "How many creatures have died for your studies?" A commotion outside suddenly stopped them. They noticed emergency vehicles illuminating the gorilla habitat. Sarah's blood froze. "What have you done?" she asked. Blackwood grinned, revealing his evil plans. "Prevention. Can't leave evidence alive, right? By dawn, no trace of tests. Tragic mishap. Mother gorilla turned aggressive. Required immediate euthanasia." Sarah sprinted before he completed speaking. Tom followed closely. Behind them, Blackwood quietly lifted his phone. "Security. 2 employees violating protocol approaching the gorillas. Terminate their employment immediately." But Blackwood was unaware Sarah had previously transmitted the proof to Margaret Lopez, the former nurse who witnessed Maya's strange actions, and her reporter sibling at the local paper. While Sarah rushed through shadows toward Maya, she needed to rescue the gorilla who had placed faith in them. Sarah's pulse pounded while they sprinted through shadowy zoo walkways. Forward, the gorilla habitat was intensely illuminated, temporary floodlights creating dramatic shadows in the darkness. Several unknown individuals wearing veterinary outfits approached methodically toward the access point. "Those aren't our animal doctors," Tom stated breathlessly. "I don't know any of them." "Contact Dr. Foster," Sarah panted. "Summon reliable staff and authorities immediately." They noticed Margaret confronting security at the perimeter. The former nurse wouldn't budge, her strong voice projecting. I witnessed everything. That gorilla was attempting communication earlier today. The guard seized Margaret's shoulder forcefully, yet she remained steady. I've contacted media outlets. They're arriving shortly. How will you justify testing on protected species? Sarah's phone vibrated. A message from Margaret's sibling. Article posting in 5 minutes. Authorities alerted. Delay them, Sarah instructed Tom quickly. Recall the emergency power exercise we practiced. He grinned understanding. Let's shut down everything entirely. As Tom rushed toward the electrical controls, Sarah walked toward security, displaying her credentials confidently. I'm the senior keeper. What's occurring here precisely? A phony veterinarian faced her, syringe prepared. Crisis protocol. The female gorilla poses danger. Instructions to the whole facility suddenly darkened. Pandemonium erupted instantly. Sarah detected bewildered yells, hurried movements, and Maya's unique alarm sound. The mother gorilla detected imminent threat. Sarah navigated through the known environment skillfully. She bypassed disoriented intruders to the staff's protected entrance. Her access badge remained functional. Blackwood hadn't canceled it still. Within, Maya was gasping laboriously and struggling. The gorilla crouched defensively in the distant section, clutching Nova securely. Everything's all right, sweetheart, Sarah murmured gently. I've come to assist. A light suddenly shone. Sarah stopped, but saw Dr. Foster alongside 2 police personnel. Freeze, Seattle authorities. Everyone remained stationary. Additional lights emerged as rescue units reached the scene. Margaret was outside speaking rapidly to journalists. They've been testing on these protected creatures. I possess solid evidence. Blackwood entered, his expression contorted in rage. This is a facility crisis. These authorities lack all jurisdiction. Actually, a fresh authoritative tone stated, they certainly do. An FBI official advanced assertively. Victor Blackwood, you're detained for unlawful animal testing, deception, and numerous protected species law breaches. Sarah concentrated completely on Maya, who was crying quietly. Dr. Foster moved cautiously carrying his veterinary kit. Proper veterinary staff arriving shortly, he stated. Sarah, can you maintain her composure? Maya's perceptive gaze connected with Sarah's knowingly. Gradually, the gorilla extended one big, strong palm. Not to surrender her. Infant this time. She softly contacted Sarah's hand instead, a significant gesture of confidence that made Sarah's eyes water. The following several hours flew past rapidly. Genuine animal specialists came, establishing crisis care. Examinations validated their greatest concerns. Test chemicals had accelerated growth development while destroying Maya's biological defenses. Yet, hope existed without those dangerous chemicals in her body. When morning arrived at the zoo, Blackwood's complete scheme was entirely revealed. Detectives discovered Blackwood had collaborated with a pharmaceutical corporation, employing protected species at various zoos as research specimens. The major report reached morning broadcasts everywhere. Zoo scheme revealed. Protected gorillas employed in unlawful tests. It rapidly spread nationally through every channel. Wildlife organizations urgently requested supervision and reform. The zoo management guaranteed complete assistance and total policy changes. 7 days afterward, Sarah remained observing Maya and Nova behind the observation window. The mother gorilla was gradually healing, her growth reacting positively to correct care. The pharmaceutical company leaders currently encountered major legal accusations with Blackwood. She understood everything, Margaret stated gently, standing near Sarah. That day, when she presented her infant, she recognized her illness. She was frantically requesting assistance, the sole method available. Sarah agreed quietly, recalling Maya's frantic look that morning. Gorillas possess far greater awareness than people acknowledge. She realized something was amiss and that we could potentially assist. Tom came holding a screen displaying positive updates. Lab results totally normal. Zero remaining evidence of test chemicals, and management recently authorized a fresh refuge named the Maya Initiative. Maya made contact with Sarah's gaze past the strung window. She rested calmly in her preferred area, Nova frolicking cheerfully close by, appearing healthier every subsequent day, her gaze bright and focused. When she extended to contact the window, currently it wasn't from panic. It was from companionship. The account of the gorilla's offering ignited countrywide conversations regarding animal awareness and study morality. Films were produced, publications authored, zoo regulations changed everywhere. Blackwood and his associates got lengthy jail terms for their offenses. The pharmaceutical corporation paid enormous penalties, funds allocated for great ape protection programs. Yet, maybe the greatest transformation occurred within individuals' souls and thoughts. A profound notification that creatures experience, reason, and believe in methods people are merely starting to comprehend. Maya and Nova flourished as one following. The infant developed healthy beneath her mother's protective attention, ignorant how near they'd been to lasting division. Guests who understood their account would remain at the observation window, observing mother and baby interact, astounded by the extent of a mother's affection that transcended species divisions. Sarah preserved the surveillance recording from that crucial day, the instant when Maya attempted to give Nova to Margaret. Viewing it showed her how a mother's panic revealed business corruption and transformed individuals' views permanently. It demonstrated that profound understanding originates not from human intelligence, but from a mother's inherent protective affection. Ultimately, Maya's account proved that a mother's devotion can transcend species limits, exposing the strong bonds that can form regardless of barrier boundaries. Did you enjoy this story? What would you have done if you were Sarah and saw Maya trying to hand over her baby through the glass? Would you have immediately understood something was wrong and investigated, or would you have thought it was just strange gorilla behavior and moved on? Let us know in the comments below. If you like the story, subscribe to this channel and leave a like. Thanks so much for listening. See you in the next video. Have a great day.